Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Naomi and I'm an entrepreneur with multiple hats. I am an interpreter, translator, content creator, fashion designer, just to name the four, and motivational speaker, five, for now. So, if this is your first time, you did not bump here by any chance, you were meant to be on this channel, so stay hooked. On this channel, I speak about all immigration related matters, advice, news, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But usually I bring the good news. I don't like to focus on what is negative, even though negative is there. So before we go further, I would just like to please ask you to support me for this cause. There is a competition that I've entered, which is about the fight against breast cancer. And as we all know, it doesn't just affect women, it affects men as well. So if you vote for me, you are contributing to the fight against breast cancer. You know, it's a competition that I've entered since October. It's gonna end in December. So each week you need to vote. You need to vote for me. On daily basis, you can cast your vote for free, or if you want, you can also buy votes for me. But if you can't even buy, you can also cast the vote for free for me, so that I can remain on the top. I was on the 4th place, and with more vote, I'm on the top of the list on my group. I'm on top of the list of my group. So I would just like to please ask you to just pause a little bit, click the link below, and just go and vote for me. I will just share with you the screen how it's going to look like, okay? So when you click on the link, it's the Fab over 40. So this is me, and I'm currently first. You just click the vote button. It's going to take you down to the list of how many voted. Can you see how many days is remaining? So every Thursday is weekly final. So you can just go scroll down and you can have your free vote, or you can buy vote. Okay, one vote is free every day on daily basis. Okay, or you can buy vote even. So just know that you're contributing to a very good cause. So I'm just wishing that you can really support for this cause. Okay, it's for Breast Cancer Foundation. So thank you for your support, guys. To subscribe, comment, like the video, and click the notification bell so that you know when I upload the next video. For all subscribers, I want to thank you for your fidelity. Welcome again. So today we are going to speak about a certain type of visa that many people don't know about, or don't talk about, or not even aware. It's called Startup Visa Program. Startup Visa Program. Have you heard about this? Startup Visa Program. So it's what we're going to discuss today. We're going to dive deep inside, and I will just give you all the steps. What is it exactly about? All the steps that you need to be able to apply for a startup visa. So without further ado, let's dive into it. So Startup Visa Program is a program that targets immigrant entrepreneurs with skills and potentials to build businesses in Canada, outside of Quebec, because Quebec province has its own program, you know, that are innovative, that can create jobs for Canadians, and that can compete on a global scale. What does that mean? It means that if you have a business idea, you know, if you have a business idea, you want to apply for Startup Visa Program. First thing, you must pitch your qualifying startup to a designated organization and get their support. Are we hearing me, guys? So that's the first thing to do. The second is what you have to meet the language requirements. So language is also required here. So there's language requirement that I'm going to give you further toward the end of the video or the next video. The third one is to bring enough money to settle. So that's the third thing that is required for this visa program specifically. So it's actually, so if I have to repeat myself, to apply for this startup visa, again, three things are outlined. Number one, you pitch your qualifying startup to a designated organization and get their support. Secondly, you meet the language requirements. Language is required here. We will deep dive deep later on. Okay. Third is to bring enough money to settle. So if you have enough money, you want a startup visa to be able to settle to Canada, there is a great opportunity for you that you can do. So how do you do to get a work permit while you wait? What does that mean? It means that if you already apply for permanent residence through the startup visa program, you might be able to work in Canada while you wait. If you show up your business, that your business will provide a significant economic benefits to Canada. So you have to prove, to show that your business will provide a significant economic benefit to Canada. Secondly, you have to bring enough money to be able to settle. So it actually means that you also have to do your research, like which area does Canada can need you really as a startup. Meaning that if you have a capital from whichever countries outside of Canada and you would like to immigrate with a startup visa, if you have enough money, you can do that. But you need to research also, like in which field can you have a startup visa, in which field. So you have to do your thorough research concerning that. But I will just get deep into that like on the next video, So the other thing is you can also support a business, You can support a business, meaning what you can help entrepreneur with their startup. If you know entrepreneur that have their startup, you also can help them with their startup by, as a designated organization, you can develop your own process for receiving proposals from immigrant entrepreneur, So you can develop your own process for receiving proposals from immigrant entrepreneur. That's the first thing. Secondly, you can also develop your own criteria to assess them, those startups, obviously, And thirdly, it's up to you to find potential immigrant entrepreneur that you would like to support. So you have to look for that a startup entrepreneur that you would like to support. So that's the other way also. And there are a lot of ways to find support programs, which I'm going to go through to the next point. Okay, so let's just wait and see. So see you just now. So let's talk about the processing time, because that is one of the first questions people always ask. How long does it take to process the startup visa? How long does it take to process this type of visa? So I will say that the answer is plus minus 14 months. It takes 40 months to be able to process the startup visa. And what is the cost of the visa itself? How much is it? So people are usually asked that. So the costs are about 2.385 Canadian dollars. So that is the amount of the money it's costing for that startup visa program. So, and for you to be able to qualify, there are some major criteria that are just been outlined in the first part of this video. So the point is what? You have to have a designated organization. What are designated organizations? What does that mean? Who qualify to apply for a startup visa? I will let you know just now. So regarding to the list of designated organization, so you need a support from at least one of the organization below to apply for the startup visa. So you have to check the organization website. How can you see how you can get their support? Okay, so I'm just going to give you few information that I have. I will just leave the link below, or you can request that if you would like to, if you are interested, ask me for more information. I will give them to you. So the priority of those applications are what? The first thing is organization into text network label. Into tech, organization into tech network. they are priority processes. So they are top number one. So if you're looking for an organization into Canada Tech Network label, so that is the number one priority that you can look for. And the second will be venture capital funds. So you can look for venture capital funds as well. Then third, you can look for angel investor groups. Angel investor groups. So the fourth will be business incubator with committed capital. So you can find business incubator with committed capital. So those are now the four that I've outlined to you just now. So you must also be accepted into one of these programs, you know. So it means that you need to research and you need to apply actually. You need to apply and go through the whole process to be able to be accepted, as I'm just outlining now. So just that you take a pen and a paper just to note few business incubator that I'm going to give you now. Just take a pen and a paper to note them. So the first one will be called Alacrity Foundation. Alacrity Foundation. ALACRITY Foundation. That is the number one, where you can go on their website to apply. Those are one of the business incubator. So the second one will be Alberta Agriculture and Forestry. Alberta Agriculture and Forestry. And under them also, you will find Agri-Value Processing Business Incubator. Agri-Value Processing Business Incubator. The fourth one will be, no, it's actually the second one under Alberta Agriculture and Forestry. Okay, so the second one under it is Food Processing Development Centers. So those are still what under Business Incubator. So the third one is Alberta IoT Association. Alberta IoT Association. So that is number 4 on the list of business incubator. Number 5 is Altitude Accelerator. Altitude Accelerator. That is number 5 business incubator. Altitude Accelerator. Number 6 is Beehive. Beehive is one of the business incubators. Beehive is one of the business incubator. The next one is the Biomedical Commercialization Canada Incorporation, and they are operating as Manitoba Technology Accelerator. So I repeat again, the next one is Biomedical Commercialization Canada Inc. That is also operating as Manitoba Technology Accelerator. So those are the 6 business incubator that I have given you for today. I gave you the 6, okay? So we're going to go to the venture capital funds, where I will give you few. Stay tuned and just wait for the next one. So the second part is the venture capital, okay? So I'm not going to give you few venture capital funds. You can also apply. I will give you few of them. So you must get at least one of these groups to agree to invest a minimum of $200,000, Canadian dollars. So get at least one of these groups to invest a minimum, to agree to invest a minimum of 200,000 Canadian dollars. So the number one goes like this: 7 Gate Ventures. Do you have a pen and a paper? 7 Gate Ventures. 7 Gate Venture. That is number one. Number 2 on the list of venture capital fund is ALT Venture. ALT Ventures is the number 2 on venture capital funds. Number 3 is Amplitude Ventures Inc. Amplitude Ventures Inc. That is the number 3 on venture capital funds that you can look for, you know, one of these groups. So this is the third one that I'm giving you. Now, if we dive into the fourth one, is Apex Innovation Investments Ventures. So Apex Innovative Investment Ventures. Apex Innovative Investment Ventures. So That is the number 4 venture capital funds. Okay. Number 5 is ARET Pacific Tech Ventures, VCC, call again VCC. ARET, ARETE, Pacific Tech Venture. So that is the number 5. Okay, that of venture capital funds you can look for to apply. And remember that you must get at least one of them, of these groups, to agree to invest a minimum of 200,000 Canadian dollars. So the number 6 is BCF Ventures. So for today, I'm giving you only 6 of each. Just have a pen and a paper to note. If you require more information, if you need more information, do not hesitate to ask me. I will send them to you. Okay, so we're going to dive through to the next one group, angel investor groups, which I'm going to give you also few of the angel investors group. Okay, so just stay tuned again, stay hooked on this channel. Good things are coming. Okay, you can still immigrate to Canada, okay, with this startup visa. So the third category is angel investor group. So you must get one or more investors connected to these groups to agree to invest a minimum of 75,000 Canadian dollars. A minimum of 75,000 Canadian dollars. I will give you just very few angel investor groups that you can just contact, get in touch with them and ask. If you need more information, you can ask me. So the first one is Canadian International Investor Angel Investors. Canadian International Angel Investors. Canadian International Canadian International Angel Investors. So that is the first one on the angel investor group. The second one is Ekagrata Inc. It's EKAGRATA Incorporation Inc. So Ekagrata Inc. That is the second angel investor group that you can look for. So the third one is Golden Triangle Angel Network. So the Golden Triangle Angel Network is the third angel investor group you can get in contact with. So I think I gave you the 3 categories that you'll be able to apply for a startup visa. The number 1 category I gave you was business incubators that you can contact. I gave you 6 business incubators contact. The second is venture capital funds. I gave you 6 venture capital funds. And the next one I gave you now is the angel investor group, which I gave you 3 of them. So it's up to you now to do your research and apply. If you need further explanation or information, feel free to ask me. I will send you the links and everything. But already, if you have a pen and paper, you can do research yourself. But you can also ask me for information more. Okay, so I think we are running to the end of our videos for today. So I just want to say that I have given you enough information for a startup visa, which is a very great route to also apply to come to Canada. Okay, with a startup visa, you can come to Canada. So those information I've shared to you are so useful and valuable. So keep the video. If it doesn't help you, it might help somebody around you. Remember that on this channel, you get information for free. So the only thing I ask you is what? Not to forget to subscribe to my channel, because it helped me to boost the algorithm, and we can grow, our community can grow, you know. So, and also always like the videos, share, you know, and click the notification bell not to miss the next videos. And if you want me maybe to share more on a certain topics or a visa category you are inquire, feel free to ask me. I will just do a video on that. Okay, so I would just like to thank you so much for your attention to this video, and hopefully all those information will be useful for you. Okay, it's going to be useful. Okay, so thank you so much, and see you next time. Peace out. God bless.